Hello everyone, good afternoon. It is Tuesday, January 25th of 2022. This is Kyle on Chain and I'm coming to you with another market update video. I just went ahead and I did change my setup a little bit. So you have a little bit of a background now, you have a little bit more personality. It's just not a plain white wall. So I'm glad that I can give my camera angle a little bit more flavor to it so it doesn't seem like I'm such a boring guy because all of that stuff was my computer setup was on that wall and my couch was where my computer is now. So I just switched everything around. So now everything looks nice and you have some nice background and it doesn't look super boring. But anyways, let's get into today's video. We're looking at the current market update. To start with, we have Bitcoin sitting at 36,000. It's staying within like that 34,000 to $36,000 range in the past couple of days. Ethereum steadily staying under $2,500, and Cardano's just about to crack under a dollar. Solana is taking an absolute drop. XRP is sitting at 60 cents. Terra Luna is sitting at $62. And Polkadot is still under $20 at $18.38. Avalanche is also sitting at $67. Avalanche and Luna are two that I'm looking to pick up eventually, hope if these prices stay the way that they do. Now, outside of that, let's go ahead and take a look at crypto bubbles to see what everything else is looking like today, what is on the move up in the past day. We got Loopring up 20% today. I've heard a lot about Loopring, don't personally have any, but I have heard about it. Near Protocol is also up by 11%. HNT 10%. So we got a little bit of a mixed bag today. There is some stuff that is on the rise. It is very mixed. These are obviously from the recent drop downs that we've seen. So not everything is going up right now. Not everything is like going back to its all-time high or heading back there. It's still a very mixed bag, and we're still very down collectively. Also, one thing I did want to go ahead and go over as well, the total crypto market cap is $1.6 trillion. So we are still pretty far away from that stabilized $2 trillion mark in which we were before. Bitcoin's dominance is also sitting at 42%, while Ethereum has dropped to 17.5%. So it's also something to keep in mind there when we're taking a look at that. That's pretty much it for crypto bubbles. Now, I personally have been stacking Ethereum. What I am doing during this time when it's dipping is I am absolutely taking an opportunity to stack as much Ethereum as I can at these good prices. Not financial advice, but we know that Ethereum is the #2 cryptocurrency, and I personally feel like it'd be unwise to not take this opportunity to collect some. Moving on to the news, Robinhood's newly added cryptocurrency wallet attracts 2 million people. They did recently launch their wallet feature for their app. I still don't use Robinhood anymore. I do not like the apps from a fundamental and investor standpoint, so that's just my personal opinion. I don't use Robinhood. It's cool that they're adding that feature. This is huge. As of an hour ago, the YouTube head of gaming, Ryan Wyatt, resigned to join Polygon Studios as their CEO and says that he is fascinated by blockchain app development and beyond thrilled to enter the Web3 space. That is very cool, seeing that somebody from such a big company like YouTube is moving over into the Web3 world, and it is absolutely insane. Bitcoin mining did become almost 60% more sustainable in 2021. I don't know if it means like sustainable energy or the mining in and of itself became just more stabilized. People are saying that Bitcoin could be hacked by extremely powerful quantum computers. How far away are we from quantum computers? I think there's only a couple that exist at this moment in time. Cardano. Charles Hoskinson tells SundaeSwap and CardStarter teams to cool it. Cardano creator Charles Hoskinson has weighed in on botched partnership between two prominent projects on the cryptocurrency network, SundaeSwap and CardStarter, and essentially told them to cool their attitudes towards each other. The issues between the two of the platforms started after they agreed to a deal that was marketed as a merger last June. Oh boy, we got some M beef on Cardano's ecosystem right now. Charles Hoskinson had to put down the hammer on him. Huge news today. Grayscale is considering 25 new digital assets. There is a lot of those. A lot of the layer ones that are in the top 25 are. I know Algorand is part of that. There's a bunch of different ones that are going to be part that are in that list that are going absolutely crazy. Elon Musk caused a Dogecoin spike of 10% by suggesting that he do an ad for McDonald's if McDonald's accepts Dogecoin. Elon Musk's influence on the crypto world is absolutely obscene, to say the least. YouTube is also saying they might branch into NFTs. That is what the CEO says. It would be the company's first foray into non-fungible tokens. Don't know what that exactly entails per se, but that is definitely quite interesting. I liked this news update. Ethereum leaves 2.0 in the past as new roadmap rebrands. I actually have the link for that pulled up here. The announcement of the new terminology has no bearing on the actual value of the altcoin in this market. Ethereum has suffered greatly from the crash, losing 40% of its value, has trended upward in the last day. However, the change remains insignificant as ETH is still a long way away from the $3,000 point, prompting users to speculate that the bear market is here. So, ETH 2.0, now known as the consensus layer, is still unknown if the scheduled merge will now take place this year. The project has been rocketed by delays as developers encounter new issues, but for now the upgrade remains on track. As part of the announcement, the Ethereum base layer, also known as ETH1, will now be called the execution layer, while ETH2 will be referred to as the consensus layer. Both of these combined are what make up the Ethereum blockchain. So fundamentally nothing has changed. They're just choosing to name things differently, essentially. Now, today's feature, I am going to be talking to you today about Everest. ID. I need to give full disclosure. I owe Joshua Jake a huge shout out for putting me onto this. He's the one who exposed me to Everest ID, and he explained it a little bit, but I tend to have a way of needing to look at things by myself to fully understand them. When I have somebody else explain them to me, it just doesn't click. But let me tell you, this really clicks with me. I'm going to make it very simple to start with, give it a very simple explanation. I'm sure you've heard this before in the crypto space. One day we want a way to where all of your documentation, your car insurance, your ID, your registration for your car, concealed weapons permit, whatever it is that you might have, you want to be able to have that stored on the blockchain to where it's easily accessible, so that you can just boom right there. So you can use your, so you can vote, so you can you can have everything in one custodial blockchain to where you can have all of your documentation, money, investments, bank, all of that in one centralized place. I say centralized, but what I mean is uniform, in one uniform place. This is what Everest is. This is what Everest is, and I'm just going to start by saying this is not financial advice. However, I do plan on buying this. I want to get at least 1,000 tokens of this because I believe long term this has incredibly good fundamentals. Now, as far as markets are concerned, to start with, you can get this on SushiSwap, Uniswap, Bitfinex, the Kyber network. You can also get it on PancakeSwap. That was as of 5 days ago. CoinMarketCap has not updated that yet. However, if you go over to CoinGecko and you go to the exchanges, or I'm sorry, the markets on Everest ID and CoinGecko, they do have the link to the PancakeSwap address in there, and it uses Binance USD as the liquidity pairing for that. So, going over Everest, look at this. Let's start with the overview for the chart. Its all-time high. CoinMarketCap is wrong about its all-time high. I think the price right here says its all-time high is $1.08. Let's see what CoinGecko says real quick. $1.98. So $1.98 sounds about right. CoinMarketCap has it listed as $2 and something cents. CoinMarketCap tends to be inaccurate with that kind of those things all the time. Right now, it is trading at 25 cents a quarter, a U.S. quarter. So, not take that as you will. I am personally going to be buying this, and you'll probably understand why after I break everything down for you. I'm going to go ahead and pop over to their website here. Your global everything account. Your everything account. Look at this. Let me show you. Life on your terms, identity. Manage your data and credentials. All your docs securely saved. Only you have the keys. Share proof of ID, address, age, know your consumer records, planes, tickets, trains, boats, all of that. Like, this is for everything. This is so you can have everything for your needs and access to navigate through the world in any way that requires money through one uniform place. And all of it is stored on the blockchain. I've seen so many TikTokers, so many Twitter posts, so many everything, so many YouTube videos talking about how they one day this is where the world's going to go. This is it. Everest ID is it. And the great thing about Everest ID, you don't have to know your seed phrase to gain access to this. Your seed phrase is based off of your face identification biometric data. Like if you have an iPhone or an Android that uses Face ID to where you can log into your phone using your biometric data on your face, you have to it uses your biometric data as your seed phrase. That's how it accesses it. And I think that's absolutely insanity. That's something I've really never heard of before. And this is only the tip of the iceberg. They have so many different things. You can invest into stocks through this. You can invest in crypto through this. You can pay or get paid. You could send people fiat, crypto, whatever, and you can get paid into this. You can do domestic or international payments, remittances faster and cheaper than any other. And this looks just absolutely insane. Let me go over their about. Let's get started with their partners. ID 2020, alternatives, Visa. They're partnered with Visa. I think that probably says enough. They're on the Kyber network. They're partnered with Aave, Polygon, Ethereum, Brebank, Ocean Protocol, Chainlink, and I don't know what this is. I believe this is the country of Estonia. They base their entire model for this cryptocurrency off of how they operate things in Estonia, where everything, all of your documentation to navigate throughout the world is done through entirely a is done completely and entirely through just one uniform place. I think this is absolutely incredible. I can't believe more people aren't talking about this right now. So, let's go into the last thing about Everest real quick on their website. This is their advisory board. Tuomas Hendriks Ilves, former president of Estonia. Former president of Estonia. This guy was a former world leader. Advisor to UCSD at Stanford University, executive director of the Ethereum Foundation, Aya Miyaguchi, Wilson Choi, founder of Fund V and Beam Capital, and Jordan Greenhall, CEO at Neurohacker Collective. This advisory board is insane. These partnerships are absolutely insane. This is not on any major exchange yet. It's not on Kucoin. It's on PancakeSwap, Uniswap, and SundaySwap and Bitfinex. That's it. You are so early on this right now. This is absolutely wild. Now, to go over the market cap with you real quick, this is important. Their market cap is pretty low. Their market cap is 30 million, and I believe fully diluted it is 500 million. So first and foremost, their max supply is under 1 billion, which is always great. I always say a billion is like the golden amount of supply to have. Their circulating supply is only 116 million, and their current market cap is $31 million. Fully diluted, $212 million. So very, very low cap. That stands out a lot to me. I really like what I'm seeing with this project a lot, and I'm definitely going to put some money into it very, very soon. Some other things to point out about this: Everest ID has a license from MFSA in Malta. This company is based out of Malta, and there's only 8 companies that have been given an MFSA Malta license. One of them is Crypto.com. The other one is Everest. That's it. The Everest stablecoin CRDT is the first one ever licensed and programmable. So that's absolutely wild. With Everest, again, your biometric data covers your seed phrase, so you don't actually have to remember or write down a seed phrase. Your biometric data is that. It makes it extremely easy to bridge fiat into blockchain onboarding almost seamlessly. On their roadmap, they are working on developing an app for iOS. I don't believe it's available in the US because they don't generally operate out of the US. Currently, they're developing fundamentally in the Philippines and Indonesia. It does not require you to use a device, so this has a great use for delivering social welfare in countries that are not as well off. You can go to like a kiosk and use your facial recognition there, so you're not required. This absolutely helps the bankless people in the world, all throughout the world. The only way for banks to get involved with this is they would have to buy millions of tokens and stake them in order to access the platform to use it. They are already a fully regulated finance entity, and I can't really say enough about this. The only other thing is like there was some concerns that since it uses biometric data, that 3D rendering somebody's face could cause like an issue to where it could be faked, but it fails because it requires that biometric data get to be read from multiple different angles. Like it requires you to a front view, side view, up view, I believe. And I believe there are certain instances where you do need to hold an object a certain way when it's doing recognition so that you can access your account, your Everest account. I I truly am blown away by this. Like this is absolutely wild. I can't believe I'm not seeing more about this. They offer staking. Um, it says open an account. I don't know if I can because I'm based out of the US. At the very least, I'm going to buy the token. I'm going to see if I can open an account just to have one, but I know that you can't use it. I know that you can't use the app in the US because every time I try to click download the app for whatever, you can't. So I don't know what that's all about, but we'll have to see. So, anyways, it's been almost 20 minutes. I did a pretty deep dive into Everest, you guys. So, uh, that's that. And that's going to wrap up my video for today. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. And I will see you next time. Bye bye.